Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, last episode we finished up with making our metal conveyor belts, and I want to get into some purple coin production so that we can do our research of advanced logistics. We will need if I want to do any of this train bits piece I'm doing. As was pointed out in the last episode, on the comments of the last episode, at the moment we're using wool to produce the cloth. When going the cotton route would be better. It's a lot more efficient because at the moment you go grain to animal feed plus water to wool, whereas the cotton is just a farm to cotton, so that makes sense. I will still put the cotton farm over here somewhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I might put it, that's where the road's going to come in and then go off to where it needs to go to. This is all going to be used up. All this space here is going to be used for the different pastures, so maybe we'll put it over here. That's not a bad idea, I think. Oh, let's remove these trees. We'll put in a cotton farm, and then we will change up our the word. Oh, get rid of those resources too, because we don't want those. Oh, actually, before we even think about doing that and changing things up, do we even have any cotton? What have I got stored in my magic barns that I can no longer find? Oh, it was stored in the base, wasn't it? Herbs, apples. No, we don't have any cotton yet. That's a problem. Carrots, grain. Sugar. We've got some sugar there. I haven't found any cotton yet, I don't think. So I guess right now we're actually going to have to stay on the wool. But when we find some cotton, I will switch over to that. We'll put in a cotton farm here, and it can just purely produce cotton for us, and then that can come out and be grabbed for whatever is needed. We do need wool for certain things as well. For instance, the warm coat requires wool, so although we can switch this one over to cotton, it's the only thing that requires wool, so our wool usage won't be that high, which is fine. There might be some other things that need wool somewhere else, but okay. So we're getting our metal conveyor belts. Everything appears to be working just fine. We are struggling with iron at the moment. Things just going a bit slowly, but that's fine. What I did want to do this episode is get some purple coins going. So let's have a look at our economy tab, put it in order of coins, and let's see what we can make for purple coins. So, oh dear, you need a lot of stuff. Mana pipes we can sell, enchanted books, elixirs, wards. This all looks kind of magical. Or we could build a cake factory, which I like building cake factories. I like the idea of having cake. There is also a slight drawback as well. At the moment our house is level 2. They're not even using the fish oil, which is selling for the blue coins. So we need to upgrade all our houses to level 4, which I'm not actually sure what's required there. So let's upgrade everyone to level 3, shall we? Because we've got plenty of fish oil going. So with that, so let's pause this and let's upgrade every house. I do kind of wish there wasn't a key binding to that upgrade. We'd also need to get our bread supply coming in a lot better than this. It's bit on the slow side right now. That is something we could do quite easily. Actually, I think we've got the rails for that now. Right, so there we go. So everything is level 3. Double check that. Yep, everything is level 3. Awesome. Right. Boom. There we go. And they've all gone and they're going to start buying blue coins as well. And that will increase our happiness, which will increase our production, which will increase everything. So that works really well. Okie dokie. This kitchen isn't producing. I'm going to increase the people in this kitchen because it's struggling a little bit. We also probably do want a another wagon grabbing the coal, because I feel as if this, although this is dropping off coal to it, which is, you know, fantastic. When we start using up a lot more coal, it may skip it, which will drop it down. This isn't really required for anything we need, so actually maybe we don't need to do that now I think about it. I could always put a silo or something here and have the carts pick up the coal, and if they're empty, drop them off here for this, so it's always got a buffer of coal. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to drop off, you're in there, you're going to grab fish oil and there, and you're going to stop. So we've got a cart delivering the fish oil. That was a little bit that I didn't like. The fact that the cart can travel around this, that's the only bit I don't like about this whole setup. I don't really know of any way to get around that. Yep, I don't really know of any way to get around that, and I'm thinking I might drop that back down to being a worker again now, because maybe a worker can keep up with it. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's not all that important. The blue coins are fine. It's just keeping the happiness up. The more we can deliver, the happier the people can be. But then the difficulty comes from the whole storing. Keeping the resources up. So, for instance, this is already running low on coal, and it gets its coal back, but it is going to get to the point where it can't survive enough. So, I think I am going to put in a silo. That's the word I'm after. Brain failed there for a moment. Put in a silo, like so. Do that. Because the silo will auto output, whereas a crate, for instance, wouldn't. And we'll get rid of that rail stop, and we'll have that there instead. It actually turns out the kitchen now has just run out of fish. So it's actually struggling for resources completely now. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Right. Yes, so purple coin production. That was what I was doing. I'm getting confused. The easiest one is the cheapest one is mana rails. We don't have any access to magic at the moment, so I can't do enchanted books. I can't do any of these wards. Can't do that. I could do apple pie. which would sell to the food market, or is it a speciality? It's a speciality thing. So we do need to upgrade everyone to level 4. So we need more cloth. We actually do need a cloth storage. So we need to change this up ever so slightly. Right, let's have a look at building the system down here. So I flatten that out there. Our rails would come there. Oh, that was a yep. Our rails would come down here to and unfortunately they're gonna be on the same level and stuff. I might have to dig this out and make this channel just a little bit deeper so the rails can be above either side, and then we need to figure out how to get all the stops here, because obviously we're going to have some issues with things. I think the rails need to come down, go out, go around, and then come back on themselves. And the road needs to go that way and might go off that direction. Don't know yet. So, let's see here. Let's see if I want to remove this road. I think I need to remove that as well. You are utterly confused as to what you're doing now, aren't you? Yep. Ooh. Okay. I don't quite know what that's going to do with the walls. No, that's going to be fine with the walls, isn't it? So we can bring the walls all the way down. Not that I need to, actually. Not that I particularly should, actually. Although I could do, because it would channel the carts down, but I'm just wondering whether it might be an idea to do that there. Bring the walls along, and then just have gaps in the walls where we want people to go to. We need one gap there, gap on the side. The only drawback to that is that then if somebody goes there and can't deliver, they block up the gap. So we'll leave that. We'll leave that like it is for the minute, and that can stay like it is as well. We'll just put in the rail system instead. Okie, right. So we need to remove this, and we need to figure out how we're going to have these do what they're doing. So I want to have them all come out to barns anyway. So that's going to have to be deeper there. Grab a barn, and we'll put the barn one block away, I think. Carts can still get down in between if they need to, so that's fine. This then needs to come back because we're way too close, And what we need is we need a rail system picking up from each one of these, which means that probably needs to be dug out further. It'll be a little awkward because that means the rail system's going to have to go uphill for those ones here, but well, that's just how it's going to go. Okay. A little think. So how do we want to do this? Let's see. Do we have rails? We have plenty of rails, I think, in stock. So each one's going to have the loop. So, do love this new pathing tool. It's very, very useful. And then each one needs a rail coming out to at least there. Needs to be at least there, and the main rail will come along that line there. Obviously, I'll connect this up in a moment. This is just a bit of a temporary sort of solution. Yeah, the main rail will come along there, which basically means this needs to go up because the main rail is going to have to be kind of flat to get my logic into it, I believe. Yes, there we go. And then the trains can climb that if they need to. Okie dokie, right. So, let me just remove all of those and put that back in. So we're coming down this side. Okay. I want to leave a 3 gap so I can put the road in if I want to without knocking everything off my table. So that wants to have a 3 gap for the road. The U-Wagon are going to have to move out the way. And that's going to come along there like so. And in fact, I have just realised that the rails are going to be up higher than that. The road's going to be lower than that, and we can't actually lower that now because I put that in. So let's dig that back out again. That down. We'll remove all of those because they will be hard. And that does cause a problem here. The rails joining, that's quite steep. I'd really rather it not be that steep. I could put the rails higher up here and have them grab off the top of the barns. I'd rather not. I'd rather have the rails sort of low down. Maybe I could push this all back by another one. We went back a couple actually. Let's remove this off here. We don't want this. Issue. And back there, for instance. And came along like that. So, obviously we'd have the roads in the centre. Copy a road here, so we'd have the road come up here and go along there, and then there, vice versa. Okay, and we can do things in the centre if we need to. That's fine. Move these corners out a little bit. There we go. And then we go around with the rail. So, and my reasoning behind moving it back a little bit is so that I can change the height of the rails much easier. I do hope I don't run out of wood. Oh, I've got 90 left. Oh, probably going to be a problem. Let's unpause the game and get things going, shall we? So I could do that. That's the main rail. So all of these need to come up and connect to the main rail, which isn't as difficult as it seems. And I don't need you to make it that steep. We could in fact dig that out a little bit more. Can you worry about it then? Oh, hold it, hold it. We want them there. There we go. Right, okie dokie. And the way we can connect onto it is by coming along and then going up further that way. We could, these ones could just go up and connect straight on because they're not all that far down. So we could do that. No, not that. Not what I wanted to do. Oh. Yep. Yeah, we want to come from here to there. So, and from there we want to go to there. So, okie dokie. Vice versa. It's the direction you're dragging. Because I'm dragging from this height and going to there, it will automatically put in the ramps. And then when I drag from there back again, it will do that. The reason it didn't do it properly last time was because it was doing underneath, because it was starting at this height. So, and then same here really. I could do that. That's just the right height for that to work. That was not planned. Yep, that was not planned at all, but that is just the right height for that to work. So that's what we're going with. Okie dokie. Right. And we're gonna build that in to make it look nice. It does mean the trains coming down here are going to be slower, which is fine. When they go down it's faster, but when they come up it's going to be slower, which is okay, I suppose. I mean, ideally I would like them to be, I'm not sure if I can put a sensor block on a strip going down. The only thing I'm not too sure about, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. And then I want to pause this as well because we want to extract from here via conveyor belts, but we can't do it automatically because it will output the fertilizer as well, and I can't turn these around because they'll output onto these ones here, so they've kind of got to no, they've got input coming back, so yeah, they've got to do that, and we just put grabbers on. And we'll say whatever it is. So you are going to be milk. You're going to be leather. Eggs, which I think we're never going to use. I'm honest. Chicken. Raw chicken. Raw beef. And wool. There. Dokie. And we also need to assign these as well, which I completely forgot about. all beef, raw chicken, leather, milk, and again, the only reason I'm assigning them is because if you have a cart with something in it, like that cart there with wool in it, and I say, hey, go and do something else, he will drop that off at the nearest resource, which could be this barn, which would then put wool in this barn. So when a cart comes along to grab the wool, it won't grab the beef, it'll grab the wool, and it'll all go terribly, terribly wrong. So, yeah, that's the reason I keep filtering all my barns. It's a good idea to do. And I suppose we could have a thing going down here for bread, couldn't we? No reason why not. We'll put a barn in down here as well. And this and the conveyor without a filter because it's only doing bread, and you can be filtered to bread. We're red. You okie dokie. Means we need to bring that down to there. Yep. And we have 72 wood, so let's turn the game back on again because I don't think I've actually got enough wood to complete this loop. Nope, I've got five left and we've got loads to go. So we need some more wood before we can get anything going here. I'm not sure what we're doing for rails. How are we for rails? Rails? Don't. Your rails, aren't you? We have 8 rails, so we need that as well. We are struggling for iron. Iron is still a big thing here. So I'm going to put a second rail cart on for iron, I think. Sorted to... There it is. Turn around. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh, we've got our stone, we've got that, we've got that. We're going to start figuring out some things here. I can't actually get any of this working at the moment because I don't have any way of doing it logically, although I can. So you want to go down there and straight on, and you will go that way and straight on. If any carts come up, we'll have to go that way. We might change this up to have carts go this way as well, and carts that come down here to go that way. That will probably happen, and I'm going to have essentially 3 sets of carts on 2 sets of rails, because we've got one going down there and one going this way. I'm going to have a set of carts that go from there to here, a set of carts that go from here to there, which we've got, and a set of carts that go from the drop-offs to here. So then we're going to have another rail system in here, which will take things to the drop-offs. So it's going to get a little bit complicated, I think. But I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with it being complicated. That's fine. We are struggling for yellow coins once again, so it would be really nice to get this going. I can get the bread cart running once I get the rails connected, because I could just literally say, put a pusher there and say, if it's bread, go that way, and it would ignore all these carts, and if it's bread, the cart's bread is that way. That also works if you filter the cart, like for instance this is filtered to iron ore. Even when it's empty, it still registers as iron ore, so it will come to a pusher and be like, hey iron ore, yep, I'm that, go that way. So that works. This is nice and full and still struggling for fish, which is fine. Probably do with a better way of bringing that up, but it's all working fine. So it looks as if we're not going to be able to do any purple coins this episode like I had planned, unfortunately. We simply just don't have the capability of doing that yet. I do want get the cloth out of there, but then also allow the cloth to get back in again. That is doable. That is doable with a lovely little filter system here. So let's not pause the game. Don't know why I keep doing it. We'll set this to being cloth so. And we will have an output there. And a 2, 3 that way. Okay. With a grabber. Now we'll pause game. And we'll say the grabber is going to be cloth. And that will grab all the cloth from there. Thank you. And put it in the barn. And then the barn will auto output back into the system here, which will move it from the output to the input. It's 2 different storage systems. Usually it automatically grabs things from the input output when it's required. So that's fine. But once the input is full, it will then start filling this barn up. He says. Hopefully. Confidently. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work here. So you're going now we're at 20, and now when you produce a bit of cloth, it goes from the output out into the storage bin. Oh yeah, of course it's got 1 on the conveyor belt as well. There's another bit of that. There we go. And we have 1, and it goes away because obviously this is still doing things, but it will eventually fill that barn, and then that means that this workshop is self-feeding. So it will fill this barn and then go there. So it's just got an excess of cloth, which we need the cloth to build the houses here. I think we're going to need cloth for a few other things as well. There are a few other recipes that will require cloth, cloaks and shirts and things, so we're going to probably change that one up. I will probably have a dedicated cloth creation, and then that cloth creation can go off to the workshop for the conveyor belts and for the cloaks and shirts if we come to do them. Suppose. I don't really know what our goals are. Obviously, once we get all our mana system going, we're going to have a sort of goal, and I don't know what it's going to be. My happiness has dropped again because we're just not supplying enough people with the things they want. The general store selling lumber, which is okay, that's kind of working. Oh, that barn is now empty, so we can clear that and try and fix this bit. It's going to look very weird because of just how I don't have any way to smooth things. Tool. Oh, I do that there. Oh, yep. Yeah. Then terrain block down. There we go. Then that could be a little coming up place for the fishermen if ever they. Yeah, okay, there we go, that'll do. Right. Still got a lovely little forester going nuts. Well, not absolutely nuts, he's going pretty slowly, but it's fine. Okay, and we got that full of paper, and this is full of paper as well. So that's take 20 paper at a time, so yeah, and 5 purple coins. We're going to struggle for selling purple coins, but I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon. Obviously, anything that sells by this does it. Apple pies was what I wanted to look at, wasn't it? Because I think we might be able to make them a lot easier than I imagine. We need flour, sugar, butter, apples, and fuel. Okay, so flour. I'm really tempted to go a bit of a different. I've got this whole system set up here to obviously grab things and move things, and I like this central bus system. I like it, but I do remember last season as well. I mentioned that I wouldn't mind doing independent sort of things in places. So, like for instance, you'd have somewhere dedicated to just producing. Well, in last season we had a self-contained cake factory. wonder if an apple pie factory might work. We'd have to have a butter comes from dairy. Sorry, butter comes from the kitchen, which is made by milk. Memory serves. Yep, butter is made by milk. Apples you get from an apple tree. Fuel you get from fuel. We could build an independent little apple farm, I suppose. An independent little apple pie farm. What about here? Over here we've got berries. We want to keep the berries. We've got gold as well over here. I want to keep those. We have water stone and air stones, which I'd also want to keep. So yeah, we could do that, and we could have, I don't know where our main road sort of, unfortunately our main road kind of comes to a dead end here, but there's no reason why I couldn't extend that out here and then bring it down, and then it connects onto here. There's no reason why the main road couldn't do that, and then the rail system could do that as well. We definitely have to filter the rail system, so then we could have apple pies being made over here. We will have to expand this way because I need to expand out further because I still need to find the other mana places. I think I want to do that. I'm just not going to do it right now because I need more resources. We need more yellow coins and other bits and pieces. We still only have 41 rails. That's not enough to finish what we want to do here. Is at least the pylon system in place. We just need to actually do the rails next. I don't even know if it's possible to... Oh, we can't do that. That's too high, is it? Oh, that... Here, why? Oh, of course. Right. Of course. Yes. I moved all the bread over because we were going to switch it over to trains, but I can't do the trains yet, so let's just get our wagons doing that because we've got 200 bread. Let's just get them doing that. Okay. And I need to figure out how to get this train onto there now because this is not going to work. It's not... not... Too steep. Too steep. We need to be much further away than that. And I can't particularly move it further away, although I probably could. I mean, this kitchen was only supposed to be temporary anyway, so this might well change up at some point. Putting in a proper farm here once this coal gets used up, which is going to be quite a while yet, so I think we're okay. But how would I get to there? Down this way. That, unfortunately, is not going to work. Is it not? Okie dokie. Could we make this a different style stop? I think we could. What if we did that? That. Moving. Go. Okay. That would work. Then we put a pusher in here. That away, and we would filter this pusher to being bread if you are the bread train. Now, how much do we have? How many rails do we have? We've got to there. Okay, we need another 25 rails. Okay. Now we're going to need some different logic system here for this, although I am really tempted to have that sort of system go down. Rather than having one, I'll just have like down, up, and then have dedicated carts for doing things, rather than having an empty cart. But then I would prefer the empty cart system because we might have a high demand for something. Like for instance eggs, I could have a dedicated egg cart which will grab a load of eggs and then just sail around with them because we're never using them anywhere. So yeah, but I do kind of like the idea of having that instead of this, having one down and one up, rather than a single one down. It makes the logic at the top much easier. You basically just have to know, are you an empty cart? If you are you an empty cart, and do we require this good? Yes, go. Otherwise, you know, don't bother. And this is technically not the same as these. These are resource pickups. This is a goods pickup, because these are resources. Although we can sell them directly, they are going to be used elsewhere, whereas that is being sold to the people. Right, okie dokie. So you have 6 in you there because you're struggling for wood. Still really struggling to get wood from anywhere. Really don't know why. Do these carts take a long time to do things? Probably. Can't get to the wood from there. I can't just say, hey, you pick up whatever needed and have 2 going to the woods, because that doesn't appear to work. And unfortunately, you can't tell carts to deliver to multiple places. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to have a cart going, hey, grab stone, put it there, then grab stone, put it there. Okay, and then, you know, do that. But you can't. That's, I suppose, where rails and things come in. What I think I am going to do, however, is change you up. And I'm going to say you are going to grab the wood. Well, you're going to drop your stone off in there, and then you're done. And then we're going to grab 2 workers who are going to grab stone. Because stone seems like it's not used as much. It's used exactly the same, but it's just a much less distance travel. Put your stone in there as well, actually. You don't need stone all my life. Drop your stone in there. Nope, that's full. That's full. That's not full. That's drop your stone in there quick before the cart comes around. Awesome. Right, now grab wood and take wood to there. So we've got 2 carts doing wood, so that will speed up a bit of a process going on here, which is awesome. We don't have any wool coming. No, we don't, because this cart's going to have gone up here and gone, hey, I've got no more wool. What's going on? All in the barn. That's why. Go. You can now get it from the barn and go. And That works. We can get down in between the barns of each one. That's fine. That works. Okie dokie. Alright. You're still producing plenty of bread. You are happy enough with that. What's going on with some of them things there. And this is all kind of working. I'm just waiting for the rails. 17 rails. We need 25. We now need 7. We need 7 rails, and we can get this system working. Let's grab a rail cart or 2. Minecart, sorry. I think I will grab 2. And we'll filter them both to being bread. I can't do the whole stop here if you're not full yet, because we don't have any logistic blocks for that. Yeah, they do take a long time to come up. They'll come along and they'll get stuck. Right there. They don't fall off the rails, thankfully. I also need a few more rails here actually, because I need to put in a junction there and go, hey, if you're bread, go that way. Gonna need a bit more than 7 rails. We have 7 rails, so we can at least completely... Oh, in fact, no, we need to do a different thing here, because this doesn't need to come this way. So this needs to go that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. And I need to put in some rail stops. Need a rail stop there, 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 and hopefully none of these will buy direct things. I don't think. No. Oh, you will buy stone bricks. Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. Stop, 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 stop. Because I don't want you to sell stone bricks there. How do I do that? Can't have you... Ooh. I may take stone bricks off of these rails. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do that and switch it back to being a cart thing and have the cart come along and drop off into here. I don't think the demand for stone bricks is that high, so I think a cart would be able to keep up. Probably not. We're having people who take things out more often, but that would cause a problem. I'd have to loop around there, and I think that's the only place where things become awkward. Nothing else is considered goods. No, it's just a stone brick. I mean, the other way of doing it would be to actually produce a stone brick over there and bring the stone over. I like that idea. I think that's probably going to be a better way of doing it. So for the moment I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to stop you producing things, and I think we'll just have the stone come here. So the 3 bare resources are going to be iron, coal and stone. That gets taken over, and then this becomes a stone brick. So that makes more sense. That way the only things these villagers are doing is mining and not actually working as a stonemason. That makes a bit more sense in my head. We'll move a stonemason over there as well. Put that there. Yep, put it there. And then put another barn onto it There's not very confidently. Yeah. Dig that. Oh no, don't dig that. Build that up. Go on. And put a stone mate. See where it is. Oh wow. Really close to that machine shop. Yeah, don't want to do that. I want to put it back there. Yep, there we go. We're going to be doing a brick. You're going to output into the side of this or the back of this, probably the side of it. Maybe back, it doesn't matter, but you're not actually going to be brick. We'll wait for that to come out. That'll be in a few episodes time. We'll wait for that to finish up. Let's now that can stay as it is, and this can become stone. Right, okie dokie. So now we should have enough to finish this rail off. So we want to have a connection going that way, which we have. We want a connection going that way, and then we want a connection going that way, which is all very confusing. And yeah. So the cars will come down this track, the left-hand track. They will cross straight over there because they always favour going straight on, and then they will turn right because they can only turn right. Travel down here, they will drop off their goods at the food market, and then they will get pushed that way. Logistics pusher there because they are set to bread. There we go, and they will get pushed that way and won't go around to the barns here. Not that it matters because they can't pick up the goods from there anyway, and they're not set to, so not a big problem. I really want to put another barn here with something in just to make this all line up nicely, but we've got nothing. We've got no extra resources here unless we chose wood or something, but not right now. Okay, okie dokie. So here comes our two little minecarts. Hopefully this will spread them out when they're right next to each other. I think it does. So let's see. Yeah, because one runs into the other one. There you go. And you got all you got loads of bread dropped into you. For some reason I'm still selecting that pusher. Yep, okie dokie. Which means our carts that are going back and forwards to the bread here can actually be removed. You're no longer required. Terribly sorry. Your wool, you're fine. Oh, the other carts are going to struggle for a bit because they're trying to drop off goods into the place that's kind of full. So you can go and go. Okay. So of course. So now the issue is that these man carts are now going to go straight on because they can't turn down there yet. Because we need to put a pusher there, and that needs to be set to bread as well. Obviously, it will be more than bread at some point. We'll figure out a system to get it going down there and coming back. I'm not quite sure what system yet. There's going to be a way, but now that's how it's going to work. Okay, and we have bread delivery. We have a bread delivery service which is taking 20, 40 to our places. I would like to spread these out a bit more. Thinking I might stop you. Stop. When you deliver, we'll turn you back on again. So it's delivering 20, and then a little while later delivering another 20, and then a while later delivering another 20. That way it just spreads out, because otherwise we're going to end up filling up the food market, and it might not be ideal. stop, forward. I'm not sure if these actual forward buttons will work. There we go. Right, awesome. So now you're going. So as you drop off, you pick up, and then by the time you get here and drop off, that one picks up, and then that means it's just kind of. We have plenty of houses for the food, so we're selling 20. Technically, we're selling 24. So 4 people are going hungry and bread, but that should be fine. At the time, be better. We are already way up on happiness. We're up to 59 happiness now, and 55. So, selling more bread, which is much better because that means that increases our general speed, and yeah, our production of everything speeds up. So it's awesome. Now, of course, we're running out of stone in these places. Well, you're not. You're running out of wool? Wood? You're still running out of wood. Wow, really? Oh, hold on. Drop your wood off there. I wonder whether it's just that now we're grabbing so much wood from this, it's just not keeping up. That's a possibility. Yeah, we've got 4 wagons grabbing wood from this place at once, so yeah, I guess it's just not keeping up. Okay, something else to look at next time. Oh, we have pears as well, didn't realize that. Pears, apples, herbs. So, that's where I think we are going to leave this one. And we didn't get any purple coins done this time round, but that's because I need to figure out something. I think I will go with the apple production there. I might leave the game running for a little bit between episodes this time round, just to get the money up. Won't do anything else with it. I might, and if this runs out here, we'll switch this up. But that'll be it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.